Jax, do you want to go to the water? Do you want to go for a swim?
It's a new day for a high, yeah. Flying like I'm weightless, yeah, I'm losing all my senses, and I've never ever felt so freaking high.
Welcome to Restoule Provincial Park, where we are currently at the lookout point looking over Stormy Lake.
This is a great park. This is a great hike. If you can only do one hike, this is the hike to do. We are going to check out this park. We're going to do a little bit of paddling, a little bit of hiking, and we're without hookups on this trip.
Yes,
So we are going to figure out how to do it with our solar generator and our lithium iron phosphate batteries.
will we make it? Stay tuned. Restoule Provincial Park is about 350 kilometers north of Toronto. There are two inland lakes called Restoule Lake and Stormy Lake, with the campground being on the shore of Restoule Lake. It is designated as a natural environment park. It's bright sunny morning. It is Thursday, August the 15th, 2024, and we are on our way to Restoule Provincial Park.
And look who's back with us.
Jax is back with us.
Our
He's
boy
so
is back.
excited. Yes.
He can't wait to go camping with us. We love having him.
He loves having us. We are site 248.
Where do we get water?
We get water.
Okay, potable water fill. It's threaded. Can put the filter on. There's one on each side, but you can't pass here. That's a problem. Looks like they have not updated this at all since last time when we were here in season 2. Water pressure seems pretty good. Got the timer going. We'll find out how long it takes.
So the dump station's a little bit in reverse order. When you turn in to the left, you keep going left to the fill station, which has two water fill stations, and they are both threaded, one on either side. And then you drive around the loop to the dump station. There's one dump station. It is not threaded, and there's water kind of overflowing. We're gonna have to open up the drain here. Jax, no, you're not drinking that water. Guzzle, guzzle, guzzle.
Good, it's not full.
That's good. Maybe it's rainwater. That's a lot of water. Put the rock under it. Oh, can you use your foot?
I'm not touching it.
Oh, okay.
this is us, site number 248 in Putts Point Campground. Site's fairly big and open, no trees in the way. It's mostly compressed sand that makes up the base of it. We'll see how that does in the rain. I'm hoping the rain just kind of gets absorbed into it. It's fairly level. We had to use the levelers on the passenger side just to raise it up about an inch or so, and the front end is down, but yeah, we can get it nice and leveled easily. It is non-electric, so this is kind of rare for us. We got our solar panels out to charge up our solar generator, and we have a couple lithium iron phosphate batteries. So that's what we're going to be living on for the next 3 nights, and we should have no problem like that, living pretty much as if we're on electricity, except not using the air conditioning. And the best part of this is that we're basically waterfront. Right down that trail there, it takes us right to Restoule Lake. We can put our kayaks in there. Okay, we just arrived at the campsite. I raised the trailer to unhitch it, put it back down, had to put it really low because it's a little uneven here. It shows the one battery is at 98% right now, and the other battery is at 100% right now. Our Bluetti AC200L is starting off at 98%, and I flipped the breaker so the converter in the trailer is off. That way the batteries are going to be running everything DC in the trailer, just as if we're not plugged in any power at all. So that's going to be lights, water pump. It will do the electronics for the water heater and the fridge. Both the water heater and the fridge are on propane, but it still uses some battery power in order to run the thermostats on both, to tell it when to come on and turn off, and to ignite the spark to get the propane going. Then the Bluetti is going to be used just for AC. So AC is in 120 volt power, and that'll be for plugs, TV, things like that. Matter of fact, the TV is running right now as I'm doing a channel scan, which I don't expect to get many here, and we are using up 29 watts of power right now. So we'll see how this goes. This is day one. We just got here.
Let's check out the park. Restoule has 3 campgrounds with 97 electric and 186 non-electric campsites. Kettle Point Campground has 97 electric campsites. Sites 406, 415, and 485 are barrier-free. Putts Point Campground has 109 non-electric campsites. Bells Point Campground has 77 non-electric campsites. 10 of those are walk-in. Sites 16 to 53 and the walk-in sites are generator and radio-free. There's a barrier-free comfort station with flush toilets, showers, and laundry facilities in Kettle Point Campground and Putts Point Campground. There are 2 group sites. There are docks for mooring boats at each campground. There's a beach in each campground. Beach at Bells Point is pet-friendly, and there's also a leash-free pet area. There are 12 backcountry sites, access from the Stormy Lake access point. They are Stormy Lake, Clear Lake, and the French River to Lemon Lake. There's a small store at the gatehouse. There's a dump fill station. There's a boat launch into Restoule Lake and a boat launch on Stormy Lake. There are 6 hiking trails. Fire Tower Trail is a 4.1 kilometer loop trail. Graubarger Trail is a 1 kilometer multi-purpose linear trail. Angels Point Trail is a 2.8 kilometer multi-purpose loop trail. The River Trail is a 1.2 kilometer multi-purpose loop trail. Gibbs Trail is a 2.4 kilometer each-way multi-purpose loop trail. Rangers Point Trail is an 860 meter multi-purpose loop trail. All trails allow cycling except for the Fire Tower Trail. The inner loop of Angels Point Trail is a mountain biking trail only.
Although there will be a last time for everything and everyone, we might be living in our last days. There might be 27 years to come. Running across the border, following the water, make the most of every notion. Soaring like a kite, higher than a mite. Baby, I can see the ocean run. Baby, run, run like the like the river runs. I might already spend my last dime. I might become a billionaire.
There are 2 group campsites which are on the water here. 601 holds tents and trailers and can accommodate 25 to 60 people. Site 602, which I'm on, is for tents only, and it can accommodate 12 to 25 people. This is the access point at Stormy Lake. There are 12 backcountry sites on Stormy Lake, Clear Lake, and French River to Lemon Lake. There are 2 comfort stations located in Kettle Point and Putts Point campgrounds. They both have flush toilets, showers, and laundry facilities. They appear quite clean. The shower pressure's good. They have hooks and shelves in the washrooms, which is a good thing. There are 3 beaches, 1 in each campground. There's Bell's Point, which is pet friendly, Putts, which is smaller, and Kettle Point has a volleyball net.
Run like the river runs. We all know there will be a last time for everything and everyone.
It's almost 8:30 in the morning, first morning. Let's check to see how all our power sources are doing. Okay, let's go into the Blue Eddy and see where we're at there. Okay, it's at 72%. There is no output wattage at all. There's really nothing going on inside the trailer. So let's go have a look at the AOlithium batteries. We'll first check one battery, which is A7. We'll see how that's doing. And it is at 91%. Yeah, about 5 watts coming out of it right now, 0.51, 0.42 amps. Let's check on the other battery, and it is at 86%. So same thing, 5 watts, 0.41 to 0 amps current, because not much is going on right now. We're doing okay. By the way, it's very typical for the lithium iron phosphate batteries to do that. They don't deplete completely evenly. And actually last night what I had to do is I found that it was taking all the power from one of the batteries and the other battery wasn't doing anything. So the one battery was at 94% and the other battery was at 100%. So I had to detach the battery that was at 94% to force it to draw from the 100% battery. Once it started drawing from that, I hooked them back up together and it's drawing from them both now. So now let's make some coffee and get this day going. We're going to make it with a kettle. I know the kettle takes up a huge amount of wattage, but we're going to do that for the first morning to see what it actually does. So I think the lesson to be learned from that is don't use a kettle. It used up 10% of the power station just to boil a couple cups of water. So from now on, we put it on the stove, boil the water that way. there's only one trail you can do in the park. This is the trail to do, Fire Tower Trail.
That's right.
We're starting at 10:30 in the morning. It's starting off sunny. It's supposed to get cloudy today. And we are starting in warm weather.
Yes, we are.
So I think
we're watered up.
I think we're gonna look at a little different when we're done. Have some good footwear on. Cheryl's got her hiking poles.
Got my trusty hiking poles this
and
time.
she's got her backpack set for Everest.
Stocked.
And
We're
we are
stocked.
ready to go.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great. Running out of town just to celebrate. The fortune's here to stay. A one-way ticket to a better day. A rocking chair and a glass of wine. In the shade of a tree and I'm feeling fine. There's not a lot to ask when life is going by so fast. One breath away. Step up and say, hold on to what is real. The love you feel is like water in a glass. Don't try to separate the ones you hate from the ones that you don't know. 'Cause there's a part of you that never could let go.
It's toasty. It's really warm.
I'm chasing shadows around the place. It shouldn't take long now in any case. As long as there is light, pretending I could stay the night. One breath away. Step up and say, hold on to what is real. The love you feel is like water in a glass. Don't try to separate the ones you hate from the ones that you don't know.
Well, we made it to the fire tower.
We did it.
You ready to climb up it now?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You know what?
What?
I don't think so.
No.
It's a little high.
Yeah, I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah. Plus, that first step up to the ladder is quite a doozy.
I totally can't do it.
No, it's decommissioned now. There's floorboards missing, as you can tell. Nobody goes up there anymore.
We made it to the top. We saw the fire tower. We hiked on over, and now we get this amazing view at the lookout point of Stormy Lake.
Wow, it's a hot day, but there is a beautiful breeze right here. I am enjoying this. Look at this beautiful view. Nice place to grab a snack, grab a drink, and then head back on down the trail. Then we'll check out some other trails. Oh. We just finished the trail. It was about an hour and 10 minutes to get to the lookout and only about 40 minutes to get back. It's a really nice trail. You gotta check it out. That right in through there is the group camping spot. Really nice group camping spot. So this is Gibbs Trail, and they call it a hiking and cycling trail. I can tell you, there's no way I'd be cycling on this trail. Very hilly, very rooty. I think you'd be walking it a lot. And we caught up to some people hiking that we're going faster to them walking than they are on their bikes because they have to get out and walk quite often.
Canoes, kayaks, and stand-up paddleboards can be rented from the registration office, and you can pick them up at the docks. There are 2 boat launches in the park. This one at Stormy Lake, which is also the access point for the 12 backcountry sites, and there's the one at Restoule Lake next to Putts Point Campground. There are docks for mooring boats in each of the campgrounds at no additional cost. It's on a first-come, first-served basis.
For fishing on Restoule Lake and Stormy Lake, I think a lot of people are going for the muskie and the lake trout, but there's also splake, pike, perch, pickerel, small and largemouth bass.
You're a lonely sailor, and your soul is made of wind and rain, darts and blame. I'm weary.
Out for a paddle before the rain. With that guy.
Hey, baby.
That crazy guy over there.
I got troubles, I got sins. I'm my worst enemy, but I've still got a lot to give. So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, won't you come? And say by chance, don't you want me? A man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart.
Time to head back. It's starting to rain.
A man who fully understands a sailor's heart, a sailor's heart.
7 kilometers from the park in town Restoule is Mill Bay Market. They have a ton of fresh produce, meat, grocery items, whatever you're missing, you come here and get. They also have ice cream, Chapman's ice cream. So swing by here for your ice cream fix. It's super humid out, so we had to get our ice cream and stop and give Jax his vanilla cone, which he loves. And before I forget, it's cash only for the ice cream.
Good prices though.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a store with a little bit of everything, Gerry's is the place to go. They have everything. So the other place is good for fresh produce and meat. This is good for all your hardware needs and other grocery items, things like that. And as the sign says, it's open 8 days a week.
Welcome to Board's Honey Farm. We thought we'd come and give this place a little check over. It has a cute store with a variety of honey-related items. A lot of honey-related items. It's a hard-working family that's had this business for many years. They have a cute little trail. We took Jax for a walkabout. There's a little school bus that they use for a classroom for school groups that come through. They also have a fenced-in beehive area just to keep the bears out. So come and learn and take a tour. There are 2 pet exercise areas. The first is an on-leash at Putts Point Beach next to the boat launch. The second, there's an off-leash dog area, and that's in Kettle Point Campground. The off-leash dog area is across from Site 425. There's a pathway. There's no sign or anything, but that's where you'll find it. Well, isn't this just great? This wasn't here last time we were here. Huge fenced-in area into the water. Jax couldn't be happier. Well, this is the spot for him.
What's that?
This is the spot for him.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. Look at, he's still walking. It's that shallow.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's walking.
Jax, Do you want to go to the water? Do you want to go for a swim?
It's Cheryl's Lou Review, Lou Review. Let's all talk about Lou's. Don't ask Ben, don't ask Jax, ask Cheryl. Cheryl's Lou Review.
There are approximately 15 vault toilets in the park. They are all pit toilets, which is a hole in the ground. Most of them have a hook, which I love. They either have soap and running water or hand sanitizer. They seem fairly clean. White inside make them brighter. They don't have any artificial light, but some of them are stinky and have flies, but others are better. I like the one down at the day use area. Those ones are pretty good. So I'm going to give them a flower.
For cell service, we're getting really good service here. LTE plus 2 out of 3 bars. Last night, we were able to stream a TV show, phone calls, texting, no problem at all. On the hike in the middle of the woods to the fire tower, we still had the same service. So anywhere we've seen, we've had really good service here. I suspect it might have to do with that cell tower. That might be the cell tower right there. So yeah, other people have said you get it better at the water's edge. And we do have a waterfront site, but I haven't noticed any difference even on the trails more inland. On this trail, there's an outer loop and an inner loop. The inner loop is an actual mountain biking trail, and the outer loop is a normal trail for riding your bicycles. So we're sticking to the outer loop, and as you can tell, I don't have any shocks on this bike at all. So it's a little rough, but I would say for most families, this would be the trail to take. The other trails in the park that say that they're for cycling are not really ideal for cycling. We've hiked one of them, and it was really, really rough. There's no way I'd want to take my bike on it. And we spoke to a family of cyclists who said that, yeah, none of the trails are suitable for biking except for this one. There's a severe storm watch for tonight. We expect we're going to be in for most of the night. So we're probably going to be watching some movies on the TV and laptop. So I wanted to make sure the Blue Eddy is a little more charged than it was. It was down to 19%. I took it over to the comfort station, plugged it in the laundry room, put it on turbocharge. It was getting a rate of 1400 watts. So it's going pretty good. It's rated to be able to get 2400 watts. I still haven't found that on any electrical outlet. The most I've ever gotten is around 1400. So I plugged it in for 25 minutes. It brought it up 30% from 19% to 50%. And I feel pretty comfortable that there's nothing we can do to drain it 50% tonight.
Well, it's that time again for Cole's Notes, and we are at Restoule Provincial Park. And it's been a bit since we've been here, season 2, which would have taken us back to 2020, I guess.
Yep. And we wanted to come back to this park because we really enjoy this park. It's a bit of a drive.
It's a bit of a drive, yeah. But we made it, and it's been good. We did a whirlwind tour of it again because we knew the weather was not going to cooperate, so we had to squeeze as much in as we could when we could.
We worked all around the rain. So a lot of the video footage you're going to see is beautiful sunny skies. That was all on one day.
Yeah,
we had a very busy day because we were working around the rain because it rained most of the time. And as you can probably tell, it's raining right now. And we have to pack up in a few minutes.
Yep.
It's been pouring rain. It eased up a little bit, so we figured we could do Cole's Notes now without so much noise of the rain coming down on the awning.
Yeah, so this park, we like it.
We love it.
It's a good park.
It has a lot of the stuff we're looking for. It has good hiking trails.
Yep.
the Fire Tower Trail.
Oh, it's one of my favorite trails for hiking, I think.
Yeah, you said that. And,
I like it.
and it's a very good trail.
It's a nice trail.
It's not too difficult, but it's difficult enough to make it worthwhile. And then a great payoff at the top when you have to look out over Stormy Lake.
Yeah. And paddling. There's lots of lakes to paddle on in here.
Yep.
We started out, was that the first day? Yes, that was still the first day. We thought, okay, we're at Restoule Lake, we'll paddle over to Stormy Lake. Well, we got halfway there and then the rain started coming, like, oh no. So we turned around, started paddling back, and then the rain stopped. But
it turned stormy on our way to Stormy Lake.
Yeah, so
what I really wanted to do is we were paddling in Restoule Lake, and I wanted to go through the river that takes you to Stormy Lake, because that looked like a lot of fun. As you saw in the video, there were some tubers going down there. I wanted to go down there in our kayak. It's a nice little river, and it goes by the group sites, by the way.
Nice group sites at Restoule, right on the water. You can paddle right from your site. They're open. You can have your solar panels if you need.
Yeah, they're not electric, but yeah, there are some trailers there, so you can have trailers.
Yeah, the one can have tents and trailers. The other is just tents only. So yeah, it's one of the nicer group camp sites.
And last time we paddled in Stormy Lake and enjoyed paddling in Stormy Lake.
Yeah,
and went to the base of the lookout where there was a jumping rock.
Yep.
We weren't able to do that this time.
No.
And then there's other lakes that you can continue from there too.
I was just gonna say, I guess we'll have to come back again.
Yeah, we have to come back in. We only did 3 nights here.
Yeah.
We really, for a park like this, we should have booked more time for it, but we didn't.
Next time.
Maybe. Next time.
So we love the sites here. They're, decent size, fairly private. We actually ended up on when we booked, there was no electric left, so we took a non-electric, and we decided we would stick with that.
And we did have several notifications, and the sites came up, and they were much further back in the park, where we're basically waterfront here. And then we decided, you know what, we don't need electric. We got waterfront. We can launch our kayaks right from here. There's a path right behind us.
And Jax can jump in the water.
Yeah.
For a swim right
so
from
this
the site.
is ideal. And we're well equipped for it now with our batteries, our power station. So those are a couple of the things that we love. The hiking and the paddling. A couple things they don't have. Playgrounds.
They don't have playgrounds.
No visitor center.
There's no visitor center.
Or nature center or anything like that.
No, so kids have to be entertained every other way. What is new this year, that wasn't last time we were here, is the fenced-in leash-free dog area right on the beach.
Love that, and Jax loves that.
It's not on the beach; it's on the dog.
It's on the water.
It's on the water.
Yeah.
So the dog can run around and then go for a swim. And Jax really liked that.
And it wasn't really busy at all. And I'm wondering if it's because there's really no signage for it.
No.
It's on the map. But if you're walking around the park, there's no signage for it.
It's across from 425.
425, yeah.
Site
so 425. If you happen to be walking along Kettle's Point, or Kettle Point, and you'll see a little path across from 425, that takes you over to it.
Also, I found when we were biking through Angels Trail, there was a gate to get in from that corner too, from the trail.
Yeah. But again, no signage.
No, there's no sign. Maybe they'll come up with a sign soon.
Yeah.
So there isn't a whole lot to do outside of the park. This park is a little bit more isolated. There's a few little shops we stopped at briefly, and just to do something. And
now the Bee Place, it's celebrating 50 years.
Yeah.
And I think most of their literature and their displays and everything are probably from when they opened 50 years ago.
Oh, could have been.
Because it looked like it could use a little TLC and could use a little updating. But still, it's free. You can go there.
Yeah, we hiked the trail with Jax.
Yeah, you can get some honey, purchase some honey and other bee products.
Yeah, they got quite a large selection of items in their little store there.
Yeah, and I found it interesting just going over to the bee boxes, the hives.
Oh yeah, the bees were very active, very busy.
They've got little stadium seating right there. You can sit right down and watch the bees, and they don't bother you.
Yeah,
you're very close to them.
They have school groups come in and older people groups come in, and it's a learning thing. It's an educational thing.
Yeah, so it's something you might want to check out if you have a little bit of extra time.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a learning thing, but yeah like I said, it could use a little bit of updating.
Yeah. I think that was pretty much everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for a rating?
I'm thinking maybe an 8.
I really do like this park.
Oh, it is nice.
I was thinking more of an 8.5. Because
It does have a lot of good accesses into the water with your, if you have, you know, paddle sports.
yeah.
8.5. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know.
You want to go?
Let's surprise them, and this is what it is.
What is it?
You see what it says right there?
Oh,
There we go. Okay, so that's it for Restoule,
yes.
and we are heading off to,
We're hitting Sturgeon Bay on our way home
right,
for a quick stopover.
it's about an hour and 45 minutes away from here.
It's a teensy-weensy, tiny little postage stamp park, so we don't need to spend a whole lot of time, but we'll check that one off our list.
We're only doing 2 nights there, so it's going to be
Yeah.
a real quick one. We
Yeah.
normally like to do at least 3 nights for a review,
Yeah,
and today might be a wash because it's supposed to be raining all day.
I know.
So hopefully tomorrow we have some fun stuff we can do at Sturgeon Bay, and that'll be next week's video. So we'll see you then.
See you then. Bye.
Happy camping. Good morning. It's been a very wet night. It's now around 8:30 in the morning, and we are going to have a look at what is happening with our power station and our batteries. Sorry about the background noise. You can probably hear it's the rain coming down on the awning. So have a look at our Blue Eddy. Our Blue Eddy is down to 21%. And as we talked about earlier, I did put extra power into the Blue Eddy by going to the comfort station and plugging in, bringing it up to 50%. Well, last night we had about 2.5 hours of the TV on and the laptop plugged into the TV, so both of those things were drawing power. And the Bouge RV cooler has been running the entire time. So really the cooler has taken up about 50% of this weekend's power on the Blue Eddy. So if we didn't have that cooler plugged in, we were just running the trailer, we would have more than enough power from the Blue Eddy, combined with the 2 AOlithium batteries, but more than enough power. Now let's have a look at the AOlithium batteries. And we have one of those is at 53%. And the other one is at 51%. Yeah, that's about 64.5 hours of camping here without power. So 64.5 hours, and we still have over 50% of our battery life left. So this is a 3-day, this is a long weekend. We could just easily breeze through a long weekend, no problem at all power-wise. Well, we're all done the camping trip. Just finished packing up. Brought the trailer up and down with the jack, brought in the slide. We're now down, let's check on the, it's 11:30, so it's been about 67.5 hours. And on the batteries, one is at 48% and the other is at 50%. So that's how well we're doing. The Blue Eddy is down to 19%.
So we're just waiting in line at the dump station, and we thought we'd let you know how our packing out went. We were, Ben was getting ready to hook up the truck to back in the trailer, and the lady across the way from us had her car like right close to the edge of the road, so she offered to move it inward more for us, and sure, so she did. And not 5 minutes later, you hear a big crack thump, and a monster branch came down right in the spot where her car was. So
Shows karma.
yeah,
She was nice and offered to move her car. She moved her car, and the branch didn't land on it.
yeah,
So they were very appreciative
So I took
that
a
we were
picture.
packing up to go at that time.
yeah, it worked out well all around.
Yeah. Cheryl, show the picture.
Okay,
There it is.
there it is.
Okay, now we're going to dump and off to Sturgeon Bay.
Yes, on this
And we're
wet,
soaked.
on this wet morning. We haven't had a wet pack up yet this year.
No, this is the first one. We are soaked.
Always a first.
Yeah.